Hello, welcome to episode 194 in the Datapack tutorial series for version 1.2.4. We're going to be making an Elytra water item. Another experiment. In episode 192, we did it so you could stand on a block and get launched. But I preferred this version. Let me show you what I mean. Oh, there's the F3 screen. That doesn't show you what I mean. Okay, let's craft one. There we go. Chorus launcher. And when we click on it, we launch. Okay. Now, although I've already made this, I've got some changes already planned. I'm going to make it so you actually have to eat the item, and I'm going to change it from being a chorus fruit, because I reckon if we make a load of these, because this is actually a chorus fruit. Now, if I hold my finger down, I reckon we'll eat one, and then the chorus fruit will take effect. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to make some changes. We'll go over those at some point. But why do I prefer this version? Why do I prefer it? One, we are not putting any blocks or anything down, so we can use it anywhere we like. Two, when we're using the blocks that we did in episode 192, you had to tick all the time. Is the player sneaking? If they are sneaking, do they have an elytra? So we're doing this ticking check all the time. This, we have no ticking checks. When we right-click one, off we go. That's it. And I love the fact it's using two items I never use. I never use the phantom membrane. Well, I do make slow-falling potions, but don't need many of them. So usually they just sit in a chest. And chorus fruit, I never use. I never, ever use chorus fruit. So I much prefer this version. Anyway, that was a bit of a waffle. If you didn't want to listen to that, hopefully you use the timestamps. Let's get on and build it now. If I do a reload, I've already emptied the data pack. Now, it should not work. Okay, nothing works now. I don't know why I've got a habit of pressing F3 today. Let's go over to the data pack and let's crack on. Can I get this done within 20 minutes? Because that's about how much time I've got. Right, let's start with the load. Makes sense. We need a score for the cooldown. That's just to stop us eating too many at once. That won't be a problem when we switch to eating. So let's do scoreboard, objectives, add. Let's just call it cooldown. Cooldown, and it will be a dummy. And let's set that up here as well. Scoreboard, players, set. Let's have a fake player called default, and we'll set the cooldown just to 10. I mean, you might want a higher cooldown. I just want to stop people using too many at once. So that's the cooldown done. Let's get rid of that. Let's do our item modifier. So when we use one, we remove one from stack. We don't want to set the stack or their hand to air, because maybe they had 20 and they'd use them all at once. So let's pop over to Misode and make an item modifier. All generators, it'll be hiding in here, won't it? Item modifier. Well, let's reset that. Function. We will set count. Set count. The count will be a float. We will have -1 and we will add -1. So basically we're taking away 1. Let's copy that. We'll just use the button. That's easier. Let's pop that into our item modifier. Yoink. Okay, that's that done. Let's go over to a recipe. Let's make a recipe for it. So back to Misode. Let's do a reset. Let's go over to recipe. Let's have shapeless. Yeah, we don't care about the shape. We'll put it in MISC. Its ingredients, we'll have... let's not have this as a list. Let's have this as a string. I'm going to use a chorus fruit. We'll have that. Let's have another ingredient, which will be a string, and it will be the phantom membrane. Can I just do mem? Yeah. Okay, cool. That's it. We can see the two items up there in the right-hand corner. And the result will be... So at the moment, I've got it set to chorus fruit. I think we can make some changes to this. I'll probably revisit it and make it a bit nicer. Result will be a chorus fruit. Components will be... Now, you could change that to a poisonous potato or something if you wanted to. What do we want for components? I want it to be like shimmery shiny, so let's give it an enchantment glint override. True. Let's do an item name. Let's just call it speech marks. Chorus launcher. That'll do. And custom data. That's the important thing, because that's what we're going to be checking for. Custom data. add that. It will be an object. We will say launcher, add that. We want to add it as a boolean and we'll say true. And I think that'll do. Let's copy that. Let's pop it into our recipe. Save you. Let's go back. If we try and make one at the moment, nothing. Let's do a reload. It's popped up. That's because I've already got the recipe. When you're first making this probably won't appear here because you won't know the recipe until you try and make, well, look, it's gone anyway. So you try and make one. There we go. Now I know the recipe again. Okay. So we've got one. I'm just going to do a middle mouse just to get a copy of some. Okay. Now it's not going to do anything at the moment. So let's make an advancement so we can check when we right click it. So let's go over here. Let's do a reset on that one. Let's go to advancements. It's already there. Look, I didn't clear it out. Criteria. We'll call it use launcher. Trigger when we're using an item. As I say, I think we're going to change this to a consumable and we'll change it from using a core as fruit. What do we want to check? We will just do an easy item. Well, let's check the player for this one. Player as an object. Oh, okay. So Miss Hode seems to have a bit of a problem. Can we just check the item then? Predicates. Custom data. Minecraft custom data object. Okay, well we've made, I don't know why that's not working. It might be my internet connection. Well, we've made lots of them before. So let's just get a copy of one and paste it in and we'll have a look at it. Let's just paste one in there. Now I would normally, for a mistake like that, probably stop recording, but I have probably 15 minutes left, so we're not going to. If anything doesn't make sense, I think probably enough of you have seen videos before and you just go, oh yes, we've made advancements and things before. Or if you have a problem, feel free to ask me a question. Okay. Naughty Miss Ode. So we use launcher, we have a trigger using items, we're checking the player's equipment, we're checking their main hand, predicates, and we're checking if we have custom data launcher true. That's what we set in the recipe. And if they do, we will run the function use launcher. And inside use launcher, we will revoke the advancement. This is why it's good to know how to write things yourself, even without things like Miss Ode, just for when your internet's being naughty. So let's revoke that advancement and let's just do say hi. Let's go back. Let's do a reload. Let's eat one. Hi. You can see how fast we eat them very quickly. That's why we have the cooldown, just to stop that. Okay. Let's go back. Let's continue with use launcher. Let's exit if we are on the cooldown. Execute if score this player, their cooldown matches 1 or higher. Run, return, fail. We will exit the function. If they're not on cooldown, let's give them a cooldown. Scoreboard. Players at S, that's not how you do it. Scoreboard players operation at S cooldown equals the default players cooldown. Now we'll remove one from stack. Item, modify, entity at S. We know it's in their main hand, so we better start typing it, I suppose. There we go, weapon main hand. We'll use our remove one from stack. And then we'll just launch the player. Effect give at S levitation 1 second of it 30 no particles true. Okay, so that should mean we can be launched and it's probably only going to work once. Let's do scoreboard objectives set display sidebar cooldown. Make sure I did a reload. Let's eat one. Well, hey, up we go. And my cooldown's not going down. So now my cooldown is above 1. and I can't use it anymore. So we do have to have a ticking function, but it is only checking a score. We're not checking anything else. And that's pretty nice and easy to do. And it's not heavy on performance. Scoreboard remove all players whose scores equals cooldown equals 1 or higher. Then we will remove 1 from their cooldown. Save. Now, a better version, if we do make it, where we have to eat the thing instead, you've got a sort of automatic cooldown there because it's going to take you a while to actually eat the thing. So this is another reason why I think that was going to be better. So we're going to revisit this. So that way we can remove the ticking completely, I think. It'll just be a case of you have to munch it. And we'll say, oh, maybe it takes 3 seconds to munch one. Let's do a reload. Our cooldown should start going down. There we go. And we can use it again. Cool. We have no check this time. In episode 192, we were doing a check to make sure we were wearing an Elytra, just in case you got boosted up into the air by mistake. This one, we have no check, because I think it'd be quite cool if you had a mountain or something, and you just go, oh, I want to go up the mountain quickly. I haven't got an Elytra, but up I go. You don't just have to use it for Elytra launching. Okay, so we're done. That's okay, I think. I think it's okay, but we can improve it. Like I say, I think what we'll do is we'll stop it being a chorus fruit, so we don't have to worry about the chorus fruit's ability. We want to override that. And I think you can probably use chorus fruit in a recipe. I bet there's a recipe that uses chorus fruit. So I think what we'll do is change that item into something like a poisonous potato. We'll give it an item model so it looks like a chorus fruit. A flute? That's a whistle, not a flute. And we'll make it so you have to eat it rather than just right-click it. Anyway, that's as far as I've got. And I like this. I'm going in the direction of this version rather than that sort of a launcher block we had in episode 192. I far prefer this. And again, like I said, I really like the fact I'm using 2 items that I very rarely use. So, I mean, I don't ever make a chorus fruit farm or anything. What do you even use it for? I don't know. Have a look on the internet. So now I'll probably make a little chorus fruit farm so I can get my little boosting item. Anyway, I have to run. So we will come back and revisit this. But until we do, have a great day. Take care. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.